Our verse today is Mark chapter 6, verse 42. And they all ate and were satisfied. This verse occurs within the context of the feeding of the 5,000. If you read Mark chapter 6, 30 to 44. After the disciples returned from the mission on which Jesus had sent them, Jesus invited them to withdraw to a quiet place to rest. However, the crowd followed them. When Jesus saw the people, he had compassion on them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. The crowd found themselves in a desolate place where food was not readily available. Nevertheless, Jesus instructed the disciples to give the people something to eat. All they had were 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Jesus then directed the people to sit down. He blessed the bread and the fish and handed them to the disciples to distribute. Our verse simply states, they all ate and were satisfied. The key word in this verse is pantes, all. They all ate and they were all satisfied. Not one person was left out. This emphasizes not only the abundance of the food, but also a culture of care and inclusion. There was enough for everyone, and no one was excluded. The phrase, they ate, refers to a real physical action, not symbolic food. Jesus fed the people physically. The phrase, they were satisfied, means that they were filled and no longer hungry. In today's world, many people go hungry not because there is insufficient food to feed everyone, but because of greed and injustice. Those with abundance often hoard resources. Wealthy nations exploit poorer nations and sometimes extract their resources to feed their own populations while paying unjust wages they would never accept in their own countries. This is injustice. In some cases, elite within poorer nations collaborate in exploiting their own people for personal gain and for the benefit of wealthier nations. This too is a betrayal of community and human dignity. Jesus' action in this passage calls us to a different way of living. He calls us to ensure that there is enough for everyone. He calls us to share what we have. No matter how little it may seem, when it is offered in love, it becomes sufficient. Where love replaces greed, all can eat and all can be satisfied. Lord, remove greed and selfishness from our hearts so that the resources of this world may reach everyone. Amen. God bless you, and I wish you a wonderful day.